First one is a compressor. You are playing with the pixels. So whatsoever suggestions helpful if you want to make it unique. Just a quick point which you can have is, and this by just having this modified search, you can actually make your project unique. It just say, okay, it just asks you to put the next place, the next place, the next place by yourself, which brings like XYZ traffic for him. Educational app made specifically for IIM Lucknow. Make it for the entire software engineering industry. Also, I've compiled the 179-page document which actually have all. Teach me, daddy. This is one big thing you can add in your daddy tool. But that daddy tool can also have this another feature called as a recipe god, or converting those comments to what are the positives, what are the negatives. You have to implement your own search. Hello, hi guys, good morning. In this video, we're going to see but many unique project ideas which you can make for your resume. Maybe you are applying for your placements, internships, or even if you are switching your company, maybe these ideas can be helpful to you. I think they are fresh, new, and also unique. A few will be actually like which you can make fast, but a few of them will actually be unique, which you can make and outshine your resume, because everyone is just making the same fucking projects. I don't know like how. So it's the reason we are just bringing out some of the unique projects ideas which you can actually add in your resume. Whosoever makes first gets that project. So we will do no bakwas at all, like why the projects are important. You have to focus on UI also, you have to host the project also. It's just what you're gonna see will be some of the best unique projects which you can add in your resume which have not been made. But also how to make some unique, I will just tell you. So starting off with one major thing, that a project which you have to make super fast, but you want to also make it unique. The one hack also, although I'm not saying it's a unique project, but the quick hack is to actually name that project or name its functionality in such a way that it seems unique, which means you can have any website. I'll just show an example also, but it's just that you always, even if you make a clone, always name the project unique. Also make sure that you explain the functionality in a unique way. You can be making Amazon clone, Uber clone, anything, but just give the name unique, and also please give the functionality in a unique, explain the functionality in a unique manner. Let's start with the most easiest one. As you will see in this video, the projects which you can make in a day, in a week, in a month. Starting off in a day, see, in a day you cannot make a unique project which has not been made. So yeah, bear with me. But still, the ones I'm going to show you, it will actually stand you out from the crowd, because it will be a bunch of small projects combined to make a big project which can actually be made in a day, because all the resources are already available on the internet. When I say internet, it's LinkedIn, GitHub, YouTube, and Google is for sure includes everything, but GitHub, YouTube, you can find anything and everything whatsoever has been made so far. So yeah, first one which I also had made earlier is all-in-one text editor, image editor, file compressor. So basically it's a compilation of 3 projects, which is, first one is a compressor. In this we use Huffman encoding. Huffman encoding basically is encodes and decodes that particular file. We use a text editor. It's nothing but you write something, you erase something, you copy something, you paste something, right? All these functionalities. Write something, erase something, then maybe undo. So it's just that, okay, you write something, you are using kind of a stack to just write down, erase down, just bring it back, all that stuff. Image editor, you are playing with the pixels of an image. You are playing with a 2D array. It's nothing but a 2D array, a matrix. So you're just applying operations on that particular pixels. If you want to find this project, I've actually made it, so you can just go at my GitHub and actually grab this project. But it will actually show, okay, you have worked on actual real life stuff, and it can be made in a day very easily. Next one is a text suggestion or a contact list search. It's also not unique, I should say, but it can be made in a day. But also it's having a super real life use case which you can actually convey in any of your way. Like, okay, it is a functionality which I wanted, in which I wanted the names to come super fast to me, and it's the reason I made this functionality like this. It's nothing but if you write something, let's say you write st, so whatsoever suggestions, it's a very easy thing, it can be implemented by a try data structure. And if you want to learn that, it's just a 90 minutes video and you will be good with the try. It is actually how these suggestions, your Google search, your contact list search, or any search in general works. You write AR, then it will automatically show YAN or any other AYAN or any other things which are actually present on the internet. So if you have some functionality where you want to search something, you have, let's say, 100 or 1000 words, and you want to search, okay, is it possible, is it not possible? So you will just have this functionality. See, it will be very helpful if you want to make it unique. Just a quick point which you can have is that, you know, okay, a web page, it can have, if you just type one search bar in at the top, one search, so it just search that word in this web page only, right? How about, see, it is very common use case, but it is not implemented. So it is a unique thing which I'm going to show you. If you just write that search thing here, now how about I just modify this whole search button such that it just search for that particular thing which I'm gonna search in this entire website. In this entire website, which means that, okay, a website, it has many of those links which actually link it to another website, another website, another website. It also has some links which actually move to another website. It also has a links which move to another website. It also has links move to another website. It also has some contents, but also it is linking to another website. So I can just mark my search as, okay, I'll just give one argument as a string which I want to search. Another argument will be the depth at which I want to search, which means one depth will be one page. If my depth is 2, which means in this page also I can search for some hyperlinks or links, and it will reach me to other page, and I can see, okay, if this is present or not. And this, by just having this modified search, you can actually make your project unique. And I don't think it has been implemented so far, so it's good. And it's very, very, very easy. Just you have to grab all the links from your URL, like at which you are actually hitting that particular search, and just grab all those links, just open that, grab more links from those open documents, and thus just grab and just go into them. It will be a bit slow than in the normal search because you are hitting an API every time, you are hitting a URL every time, but it will be very, 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 very useful because it's a real life use case. If you've not encountered still, I don't know when you will encounter that thing soon. Next will be our travel planner. See, it's also unique. How? I don't think it has been implemented, but see, when you write anything on your Google search, anything, you started from one place and it just say, okay, it just asks you to put the next place, the next place, the next place by yourself. And it will just draw the shortest path from, let's say, your starting point to the next point, to the next point, to the next point, and to the next point. Google Maps is not helpful when we actually know, okay, let's say I want to buy shoes. So I have the whole Bangalore with me. I want to buy shoes. So I have, let's say, 8 shops in mind. So from my starting location, I have these 8 shops in mind. I have to visit all of them and come back to my home. In the least possible time, I have to do this operation. So the feature, which is this feature, okay, I know it's my starting point, which is my home. I want to visit all these shops. I have no order of these shops because I just want to buy shoes. So I just want to try all these shops. So I'm not having any order of these shops. While the order is important in maps, while I want, the order is not important for me. I just want to visit all the shops. So just give me the order that I can visit all these shops in minimum time, and I will be good to go, because it's a very, very, very hectic thing that you have to just manually adjust every shop, then the other shop, then the other shop, so that your distance is minimum, because it's not implemented in Google Maps. So you can just add a Google extension or the Chrome extension where you will just add this functionality so that your whole paths are optimized, and the person who wants to actually visit, let's say, 9 shops or 8 shops, he can visit in the least amount of time. And it can be easily solved by simple algorithms like Dijkstra and MST, and you will be good to go. It's a very good thing. I have not seen it being implemented, so if you are implementing it, hats off to you. It's actually a unique idea which you can actually implement, and it's very easy to implement. Just a few algorithms and just add a Chrome extension. Making extension is very easy and you'll be good to go. Now you can see what is coming up in the next. Now, if you want to actually try, see, it is very basic and just algorithm things. No UI or no much effort was being applied to it. But as I said, UI also attracts people. I am the person which is so attracted by the UI. A good UI just amazes me. I just rate it higher than a normal project. Even if it is not that complicated, but a good UI is actually impressive. So I'm not saying it's unique. It's super basic. Every other person has made it, but it actually shows you that you have tried on the UI stuff. So a week takes that you can just learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Also, you will run the algorithms. You can just make this algorithm visualizer. I'm not suggesting it. It's very basic. I know you can actually find many on the internet, but it will actually give a hands-on to you to many algorithms plus the UI stuff. Plus, you can just show in the interview that, okay, you can just see, I'm not saying to actually make this only. You can make your own portfolio website. If you are free, you can make my website. Like, we are also looking for a person to actually make our website, but I'm like not sure what content to put in because I have just many lectures, all that stuff I'll put in. I don't get time to make it, but yeah, if you're interested, you can just reach out to me on my LinkedIn and we'll be happy to connect. But yeah, it is how you could just grab some idea on anything and you can just make that thing. Your UI, UX will actually get better and you will actually get hands-on to a different project. And how you will just mention, okay, it is unique. See, many people just make the website. You can just make your own portfolio website. It will actually look unique, right? You can make for some big person, any person you want. Okay, like he has a blog, he has a YouTube, you can make a website for him. If he has a blog channel, you can make a website for him. So it will just, you can add in the resume, okay, for this person having, let's say 8K, 80K subscribers or 80K followers, or although I'm putting a big number, but still, like I made this particular thing for him, which brings like XYZ traffic for him, and it also can handle so much things. So it will actually showcase that, okay, you actually make a real life product which is actually being used and implemented and being used by so many users. Handling that traffic, handling that real life thing, it will actually showcase and have an impact in your resume. It's the thing which we did. I myself did in my whole college time, that I just made an education app for I am Lucknow. So basically, I am Lucknow, a person reached out to us. So me and my friends, we made the group, and free of charge, mark my words, free of charge, we made an educational app for them so that we can just add in a resume that, okay, we made an app for I am Lucknow, where it was an educational app for them, where they just wanted to have the video lectures, the notes, and the search thing. Okay, if a person want to search for, let's say, economics, so economics lecture should come, economics notes should come, and all that stuff. So we just made this particular app for them, Android app, and we just add that in a resume. So it would be a big thing. Okay, I just not mentioned any random educational app. I just mentioned educational app made specifically for I am Lucknow, and it just made my educational app stand out. That's the reason I'm saying how you actually make your projects. Now comes the most interesting part, which means in which you have to give a bit time, in which you have to give a bit of your energy so as to get the uniqueness, the hardcore projects which you can get. First one, which will take a month or more, will be actually this particular project, which is all job posting suggester. It is a very good project. Although when I was searching, okay, when I say anything is unique, I should actually be knowing, okay, it is actually unique, because it can happen that, okay, it comes to your mind but maybe any person earlier than you might have also had the same idea, and maybe he has spoken about it. Although people have spoken about it, but not as deep as what I'm going to say right now. Firstly, whatsoever people have spoken, it is just for a website, a URL, a job post, a job opening. I'll say make it for the entire software engineering industry, which means that your job posting suggester will have all the links, all the startup links, all the career page links, all the openings for every, like you will have a filter of years of experience, filter of SD 1, 2, 3, manager, product manager, etc. Language also, like okay, what language is necessary to have in their particular job portal. Qualification, maybe BTech is needed, maybe BA is sufficient, whatsoever. BCom is maybe like required. Job location, okay, location is in India, out of India, US, anywhere in the world. All these filters you will apply on what? On the URLs. See, I have accumulated the whole list of resources which you can find in the end of this lecture. So basically all these, a few of them are the efforts of mine, but a few of them I have grabbed from LinkedIn. So all these you can see, like it is the company name and it is their career page link. It is, I just grabbed from the LinkedIn post. It is all the companies names which are bifurcated on the basis of what industry they are based on. And also I've compiled the 179 page document which actually have all, mark my words, all the links of their career pages. Also an example of the job post which actually reflects in this. So with this help of these documents, which means the resources mentioned down below, and also the compiled list of 180 pages where you have all the links, you can actually make a whole web scraper which will actually have the input of, let's say, 500 links, and it will actually analyze and bring out your result based on these particular filters. And oh god, if you just scale that thing, it can just bring an enormous traffic to your website. If you can just make this particular thing, I'm gonna buy it. Just make it. I'm gonna buy it. Like, it's legit one of the best things. The people know about it, but not at this extent, because maybe like grabbing all the resources is difficult. Grabbing all the links, all the career pages links, and as you know, it's not important. Okay, every page link always opens. So basically it can have a few bugs, but yeah, the scale it can reach is enormous. Next big thing is Teach Me Daddy. I don't know why I put this name. Disclaimer, don't put these names in your resume, but I just like putting unique names, so I'll just put it in my resume. But if you are making a restaurant website, please don't put something like this. Eat Me Daddy. And I'm pronouncing also the same way on which I wrote it. But yeah, it's basically a daddy tool or extension or website for all the restaurants, which means that, okay, the best feature, see, now I will just club multiple such small things to actually make this a big tool. So one small tool, although it's not a small, it's actually a very big tool in itself, is Restaurant Startup Analyzer, which means if a restaurant is just starting out and it wants to actually know, okay, what all things I should actually add in my menu, what all stuff people eat around me. Because see, if I want to start a restaurant in Bangalore, one thing I should know, okay, where I should put my resume, where I should start my restaurant, which means I should know the location of my restaurant. Okay, one thing I know, okay, a location, I got to know why and where I should start my restaurant, because I just want traffic, I just want people to come. I cannot make a restaurant in, let's say, any place where like no one would come, right? So I just want to analyze the location in the entire Bangalore, which can be done by a simple web scraper, and analyzing that using machine learning to actually know, okay, which location is the best suited for the age group, the male or female, the groups, maybe the students, the SDs, the old elderly people, the adults, and so on. By this, you can just grab the location. You can also grab the menu, what they like to eat, what is the most thing. Maybe the people at this particular place likes to eat North Indian, maybe the food is South Indian, but they try to eat and like, okay, what if North Indian they could get, a few people would like, okay, what if they could get a beautiful, like delicious South Indian, maybe some Chinese cuisine, maybe some Italian cuisine. So by this, you can just grab that information by whole web scraping. Web scraping is nothing but grabbing information from the web. And by this, you can just start your restaurant. And you can also have, okay, what price range people are about to pay for your particular thing, because at every place it's just the parity, okay, XYZ people, how much they can pay. In Bangalore, the people can afford more because they earn more. But in, let's say, the small towns and small cities, the people cannot afford to pay more. So you can also easily analyze the amount which you can put in your menu card so that the people will actually come and pay you that price. And that estimation price, you don't have to think. You can just apply web scraping and machine learning to actually get that particular price. Analyze your dishes, make your dishes much stand out by just adding some unique features. I can just apply machine learning and, like, let's say web scraping and get all the dishes which are available in those restaurants. I can just bring some part from all the dishes and maybe mix them and bring out a new dish. Why this? Because I had an idea of what they had made. I just grab that idea, make a new dish, and you're good to go. This is one big thing you can add in your daddy tool. It's already a very big thing, restaurant startup analyzer. You can just make that thing and you will be good to go. But that daddy tool can also have this another feature called as a recipe god. This recipe god is specifically, see, all these are unique. All these are not made right now. You can just make them. So just keep in mind, all these are unique. Just go and quickly make it and make your resume stand out. See, next one was our recipe god. Recipe ingredient analyzer and substitution, which means that, okay, I just know I want to eat something as paneer ki sabji, which means a dish of paneer, but it should be tasty, it should be healthy, it should be cost effective. So I know, okay, I want something, it should taste like this, but I want to add ingredients which are actually healthy. So I want, okay, my taste ultimately should look like this, but I can substitute a few ingredients. I will use my web scraper and ML to actually replace a few ingredients to actually make taste remain same, but actually make it a bit more healthier. Or I can just do, okay, the taste, it should be increased. Maybe it becomes healthy, but the taste should increase. Or I can say, okay, maybe I can just compromise with the health, but the cost should be reduced because the people around are not much concerned about the health, but they're much concerned about the taste. So basically, both of them can be integrated with each other. It's the reason I just named it as a daddy tool. It will be a tool for any restaurant whatsoever. And it's not for restaurant itself. It can be for any utility. You open a stationery, you open anything in the market, you can add this tool for that. It's the reason I just said, if anything will be made, let's say in future you watch this video and maybe a few people have made this projects, but still, as I said, just make the same project, but like name it different. Name the functionality different. Make it for, let's say, your own business, let's say your father's business, and anything. It will be unique. That's the reason how you make a project, already made a unique project. Next one is recipe recommendation engine, which means that, okay, I know I have a few ingredients. I want to make it healthy. So I have those ingredients which are healthy. Now I want to make it a recipe. It is not a new thing. It is an old thing. So it is already an old thing, but you can actually modify it to actually make it new and integrate with your existing stuff. See, old plus new makes the thing new. That is a new name, a new thing, a small old feature makes that whole thing a big thing and a new thing. That is what you have to do, how you have to trick the HR or the interviewer. You can also modify the recommendation engine. Okay, you want some XYZ calories per day. How you will do that? You can just have, okay, I should reduce the cost and I should get the thing out of it. So how will you recommend me at the minimal cost possible, the best taste possible? Web scraping, machine learning, and deep learning will solve all your whole issues. If you want me to make a video on actually how to go into which machine learning algorithm to use, when to use, how to use, because one thing, it can have a machine learning algorithm for the optimizations. One algorithm can actually work, but when we actually made, because in our last year, in our 8th sem also, we made a recommendation engine. which will do the end-to-end analysis on the comments. Actually, I will show. It is the next project. We actually made something like this on a small scale, but actually it used 4 algorithms. Although one would work, but the accuracy was less. So we used 4 for the optimization. So is that how you can optimize? ML can always be optimized and always the accuracy can be improved. So still, if it is being made, still you know how will you increase the accuracy. Next comes is your personal analyzer. It's nothing but some end-to-end analysis plus ML plus deep learning. It is nothing but analyzing reviews or comments. Maybe see, for me, the use case is I get, let's say, 80 comments, 100 comments, but I don't have time to read them. What if the person who gets, let's say, 1 lakh comments, how can he read 1 lakh comments? No, right? Although YouTubers do read, like I also read entire, like whole comment section, like entire. But still, maybe I'm like for the standard normal use case, maybe the ones who are very popular, like very popular, who get like, let's say, 1 million comments a day. So for them, it would be very hard to read all the comments. So basically, what our analyzer will do is it converts those 1000 comments to actually 1 or 8-9 lines of comments, actually summarizing or converting those comments to what are the positives, what are the negatives. Because as a YouTuber, as an influencer, we just want, okay, what we are doing good and we want to, and what we need to improve to actually grow up. So it will just actually give me, okay, what are things I'm doing good right now and what are things I need to improve on to actually go and get those higher growth responses. Thus, you can just mark this in any of your thing. I will have it for my YouTube. You can have it for your, basically, like let's say you listed a product online, you wanted to actually see how the users are responding to it, so you can add analyzer for that, or maybe for any use case you have in general, let's say social media, online course, etc. Anything whatsoever you want, you can have it. Last but not least is online course compiler. As I see, it is also a unique one, firstly, and see, it was also like, it's not so unique, but the idea can be unique depending upon how you make it. Next one is the online course compiler. As I see many SD sheets being around on YouTube, let's say, and it is very normal to like XYZ person and like their sheets. Let's say if I like XYZ person, so for sure I like the XYZ sheet. So maybe he has given a sheet of 480 questions, 800 questions, and you want to actually start working on that sheet, but you don't know the solution because it is not possible to make that 480 questions answers in, let's say, 1 month or 1.5 months, right? But your internships is like around the corner, or your placements is around the corner, and you want to compile that entire thing and you want the solutions for every of those problems in that sheet, right? So what you can do is just you can write a web scraping tool which will actually give you the YouTube links and also the links of, let's say, the Leetcode discuss page, the DFG discuss page, and all that stuff in one thing. Okay, for this particular problem name, okay, it's a YouTube link which is the best link possible, for this particular YouTube video, and also it is the best written thing in the entire Google. Thus, you have to implement your own search. You have to write your own search engine. You can't depend upon YouTube or on Google. You have to do a web scraping, do a machine learning to actually write your own search algorithm. How will you do that? When was the video posted? Which means how fresh is the video? Maybe a video is, let's say, 1 year old having 8,000 views and 1 day old having 1,000 views. So having 1 day old 1,000 views is much better rather than a video having 8 years and 8K views. Understood what part? Maybe the likes are more in that 8K, but still, as normal YouTube would actually recommend you that 8,000 views, let's say 8,000 likes video, but it is actually 8 year old. You have to put that in mind. So you just have to see, okay, what is the hotness of that video? It is termed as hotness of a video. How hot is the video? Next thing, how can you optimize your searches? Video views to likes ratio. Mostly it is 100:1, which you can see. So 100:1. See, in the beginning of the video it is 10:1, but as soon as it goes farther it becomes 100:1. So you can actually optimize. Okay, you can just analyze that particular thing using web scraping and actually analyze, okay, how the good videos have trends of views to likes ratio, and then you can actually analyze, okay, it is the best video. You can actually do these sentiment analysis on the comment itself, what the views have said, because see, in YouTube you cannot find the number of dislikes, but the people write down whatsoever they feel it's not good. So you can just do a comment sentiment analysis to actually know, okay, how bad the video is, because the people will write down what is bad, and it is how you can do the comment sentiment analysis. You can also see, okay, what's the crowd action on that video, how the crowd is responding to that video, how it is being, as I said, how hot that video is. And thus you can just apply your own search algorithm to actually figure out, okay, what is the best video for that particular problem link. Either you have to do a manual effort, just go to every 480 problems, just actually do, okay, Control F, just go on YouTube, just analyze by yourself manually, and just, okay, say now, okay, it is the good one, or just write the whole program for it, and it will give you the best YouTube video and the written blog also to you, and just by its own. No effort at all. It is the most unique thing. I think you should implement it, because the amount of SD sheets I see in the market right now are enormous. Every other person, it just copy pasted the problem and just say, okay, it's a SD sheet from me. But still, no matter what, and whatsoever I have spoken, it's not necessary to actually make the whole UI part. If you like the backend part, you can just make the web browser extension for every of the functionality you make. If you want to actually embrace your good UI stuff, then you can actually make a website for the same. But as it is very much required to actually showcase the functionality, the uniqueness, so I just recommend, okay, just make it fast and make a web browser extension for your functionality. See, I have also collected many projects on WebD, on Android, on ML projects, on deep learning projects, and also on our blockchain, but all these were not that unique. See, anyway, in any of those projects I can add 8-9 features, it looks unique. But still, I have not included all these because the video length have already gone a bit long, and I wanted for you guys to actually have the entire unique projects. If you still want, after watching this half-an-hour video, if you still want to have more projects, you can just write in the comment section below. I will just try to bring them. But yeah, I just wanted to make it a 8-9 minute video, but it went to half an hour. I can't help out, and still I have to post it because I have been like accumulating these resources from a while now, and I wanted to make this video for you guys because the internship placements is right about the corner, and I wanted you guys to actually make the unique projects. Make unique projects and make your resume stand out. So I hope that you guys like the video. If yes, then do the like button. It helps, motivates a lot. And do write down below whatsoever project you're gonna start working on, and also do make sure that add a bit spice. See, any way you can add a bit spice, the bit uniqueness in your project name and the functionality in your projects. So do make sure that you add a spice in your project. And it's all from me. It's me, Aryan Mittal, signing off, and see you in the next video. Goodbye, take care.